We have all been there once, and if you say you have not, you belong to that lucky 1%. Today's topic, the most useless piece of tech that we ever bought. Let's talk about that. I want to welcome you to another video. A quick reminder that if you liked our previous videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell on YouTube, and definitely tell your friends. We would really appreciate it. And now, with further ado, let's get into the video. Darren, hello there. First of all,
hi.
How are you?
Doing good, thanks. See?
Yeah, great. Definitely good. Most useless piece of tech that you ever bought. Did you had anything that you ever bought that in the end you thought, well, wow, I shouldn't spend my time searching for it. I shouldn't spend my time buying it. And now that I got it, it's totally useless. Do you have anything that you?
I've got two pieces actually. One, I won't say the brand, but you know these action cameras that you see like on the TV of people snowboarding and surfing and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't get one of those, but I got like an imitation version.
We cannot call out any brands. So
we shouldn't really. No.
Okay, no GoPro. Oh wait, what?
No,
just kidding.
Well, I didn't get the brand anyway, that particular one. But you see the adverts thinking, oh yeah, that'd be amazing, and I'm going to do all this and do that. Yeah, I got it, and I bought all these accessories. And I did one little bit of underwater diving a few years ago on a holiday, but I've never used it since. It's just sat there, absolutely just gathering dust. So it's been pretty useless.
Oh, okay, but so it did work in the end. So
it did work, but I've never really used it what I thought I would use it for. So it's the dream, isn't it? You're thinking.
In that way, it was the most useless piece because in the end, you figured, well, I'm going on surfing, I'm going diving, and I'm going mountain hiking, I'm cycling, and in the end, you figure, well, maybe that's too much of a.
Yeah, I'm just never going to do that. Never going to happen. And then I bought this really quite ingenious piece of tech. So it's like a watch, but there's no clock face on it, but it's a strap that fits around your wrist.
Yes.
And there's a sensor which fits into an app on your phone, and then when the music plays, the rumble, the bass from the music goes onto your arm, so you feel like the rumble on your arm at the same time as the bass that you're kind of hearing. Yeah, okay, that's just sat in the box as well.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mention this because what I do have seen is that is these you kind of like now have these armors, or you were talking about a strap around your arm, but I also saw a strap around your chest. It's kind of like this big circle sitting on your chest and with straps, and then you kind of like people are like, whoa, this is amazing. I can feel the music. And or you also have these body armors, kind of like ish, that kind of like you can also feel it on your back, so it's kind of like vibrating through you.
Wow.
But it wasn't exciting for you, or it was like, what did you thought when you looked at the advertisement and you're like, wow, this is going to be so awesome. I'm going to feel.
You get hooked in, don't you, by the videos on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and you look at them and thinking, "Oh yeah, I'd love to be that person, or love to experience that."
Yeah.
And then you get it, and it all looks amazing, and you think, "Oh yeah, I'll play with that later on." And you just never do. You just sit there, and it's like, I seen it the other day, and was going through all my boxes clearing up, and I was like, "Oh, I must use that," and it still sat there, and I just never really used it. So,
but it's also a watch, right?
Well, it's got no face on it. It just looks. I think that's part of the thing. There's no other use for it. So you put it on. It looks like a complete black watch, but there's no watch face on it. So it's like people look at it. You can't really. You could wear it outdoors, but it looks a bit weird.
You cannot see any time.
Especially if you have got a watch. Yeah, you can't see any time in it. So it's like, what's that?
If someone was like, "Hey, Darren, what time is it? And you're like, oh yeah, this is.
Yeah, don't look at that.
All right. Well, yeah. It's funny in terms of tech. Most used piece of tech that I ever bought. Yeah, as I mentioned, I thought long and hard about this, but basically there isn't been much of a thing that in tech that I bought that I eventually was like, well, that I hate it. But there, outside of tech, there is. For example, I basically, let's call out the perfect example right now. Due to Corona time, I'm not the only one. There must have been a lot of people. These workout gym sets for yourself at home. I purchased to do push-ups, these handles to do push-ups, and I purchased something for me to hang on and do pull-ups, and I purchased something for my core, this roller in between that you go forward and backward, and also these stretch bands. And these were very popular because kind of like when the word got out there that the gyms were going to close for a very long time, it was like, whoa, shit, gotta buy. And they were like on the internet for, normally they would maybe charge 20 euros, or right now they were on the internet for 30 to 50 euros. But I really wanted one, so I purchased it for 50 euros. And basically, this home gym thing is not my thing, basically. So I got all this equipment lying in my room, in my home, and basically I'm not using it. And I can always do whatever with it, but that I can give it to someone or sell it. So obviously, I know it will have a good purpose in the end. But that was one of the useless stuff that I bought recently that maybe lots of people can relate to. So, and the other thing, this is a really funny story. This is because this is why I never wear any watches anymore. It's because back in the day, you had these watches. They were kind of like a little bit fancy. They were a little bit trendy. They were these big watches. These big clocks, and that's basically it. It was just very big, and it was kind of like trendy for a while. Over here, I don't know, in the UK or whatever. Anyhow, maybe they're still trendy. Anyhow, that's not the point of the story. I purchased one. I saw one in a store. That's where it began, basically. I saw one in a store, and it was kind of more cheapish. I don't know what the price was, 30 euros, 40 euros. Well, for a watch, that's not a lot. That's really cheap for a watch. So I purchased it. Few weeks later, the glass broke. And was it because of me or was it because of the material? I don't know. I still don't know till the day. But what I did then was like, well, yeah, broke, I want a new one, but I don't fancy paying a lot of money for it because I already broke this one. So what I did, I was kind of like, I live in the city, and I was walking through the market, and I saw this little cute market store, and it was selling these watches. I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this watch again. I'm going to buy another lookalike watch like this. And I'm going to wear it, and problem solved. So basically, it broke a few weeks later. The glass broke, or whatever was on the inside, kind of like broken apart. It was even cheaper than the one that I bought in the store. It's already like 10 years ago. So I was kind of like, well, I don't want to spend too much money on it. So it broke, and you know what I did? I bought another one. And that one broke as well. And then I bought another one. And that broke as well. So in the end, the moral of the story, was it the most useless piece of tech? It's not tech, but it's kind of like, it was pretty useless because I think I do know how you say it in Netherlands, in Dutch, sorry, but I don't know how you say it in English. It's kind of like goedkoop is duurkoop, so it means whenever it's cheap, in the end it becomes expensive because it will break anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's kind of like it, right? I don't know. Do you have anything that you comes up in your mind?
That's it. Finished.
Yeah. All right. So, basically, lesson of today: don't buy cheap shit because you'll end up either one not using it. Don't get hyped up by cheap stuff, and
don't believe the marketers. Like
yes, don't believe the marketers. No, just kidding. But really consider before you make a purchase. If you had an experience like this before, and if you have some funny stories, please do share them with us. Let us know. We would love to hear them. It's a rather short video for today, but we figured, might as well just wanted to share our stories and hear what you have to say about it. Definitely tell your friends about our video show. How are we going to call it, Darren? Is this kind of like, are we going to call it a video podcast? Might that be the best?
I think so, definitely. Sounds good to me.
So, video podcast. If you like our video podcast, tell your friends, subscribe, and like our channel and share it on your socials. And we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.